What's today? Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Teresa Siderio, and I am your Jersey Mama. I know I didn't put out a video in the very beginning, or a post in the very beginning of the week telling everybody that I was going live cooking because I didn't know what my schedule was going to be, and so anyway, I didn't know whether or not I was going to do one this week. So I want to welcome everyone to my Cooking Live with Jersey Mama, and if you like what you see, please show some hearts. Please also, in the comments, I see everybody starting to pop on. Welcome to my live cooking. I appreciate everybody taking the time to show up like you do every week. I love you guys. I just love you guys, and I love all your encouragement and your support that you show me. So once again, thank you for coming. For those of you who are just are going to catch me a little, never caught me before, let me get my words straight, and you'll see a lot of comments that come up. I will get back to you for those of you who have any questions after the live video. I will go through all the comments and respond to everyone. If you can't see what I'm cooking because of the comments that are going up, just swipe the camera to the right with your finger or your phone to the right, and you'll be able to see, you know, what I'm cooking. So today what I'm cooking is, it's called Giambotta. In Philly, if you come from South Philly, there's a place called Shank's, not far off of Christian Street, and they used to make this, and they called it Jambut. And I don't know what, I'd never heard of it before. All I knew was when I ordered it, it was like one of their biggest sellers, and it's just everything that's left over in your kitchen, okay, that you have, all your leftovers. So this is my version of the Jambut. I mean, I'm sure when you work in a restaurant, you have loads of leftovers and you wonder what to do. To me, it's like a stew, but it's just so darn good. So what I'm going to do is, I have my pan here. My son Frankie, actually asked me to make this for him last week. And so I said, okay, I'll make it next week. And I thought, if I do the cooking video and if I make it for him, I can just, you know, I'll have him, he'll come down for dinner, because he lives upstairs in the place upstairs from me. So what I just did was, I put extra virgin olive oil in the bottom of the pan. I've already sliced up some onion and some garlic. Now what what you could do with your leftovers is, I have some already cooked chorizo sausage. I have a part of a roasted chicken in here, and I had some leftover steamed shrimp that I had made. So that's going to be the meat that's in here. I love it when, especially this time of the year, because your produce, you get to the end of all your summer produce. And I love zucchini, and it's just what I do is I chop up some zucchini, I chop up sweet potatoes, because, I mean, other people put regular baking potatoes. You can substitute, but because I have to really, you know, I'm always saying I'm watching. I watch everything go in my mouth, that's for sure. So anyway, but I like sweet potatoes. I like the sweetness of a sweet potato. So what I have in here is, I already have the zucchini that's already chopped up. I chopped the zucchini up because it doesn't take long to make. This is not a dish you want to try in the crock pot, because everything will get mushy. You won't taste your vegetables. Yeah, the only thing that you're going to get is your meat. So what I have in here is some leftover, I have some sweet potatoes that I cut, and the sweet potatoes, let me show you, the sweet potatoes I cut like this, only because of the fact when they get soft, they get mushy. Let me turn this down a little. I have broccoli, leftover broccoli. I threw a bag of mixed vegetables in here. wash my hands. So sorry. Okay. So I have, it's been a doozy of a day, guys. Okay. So I saute all this up together. I even threw some fresh baby carrots in there because I love the taste of fresh baby carrots. I love the sweetness that it brings to the meal. I have some salt, ground pepper, garlic powder. To me, it's just like a stew. It's like everything but what's left of your, everything that was in your refrigerator, what's left of the kitchen sink. That's what it is. I have some hot pepper flakes, and I have some onion powder. You just saute this up a little bit. It doesn't take long because you're going to do most of the cooking with the tomato sauce. And the kind of tomatoes I like to use the San Marzano tomatoes, and then I put them through the blender and I just pulverize it a little more. If you have fresh, soft plum tomatoes, you can also do this with the plum tomatoes. It's going to take a lot, and what you could do is boil the water on the stove, and then you throw your plum tomatoes in there like you're getting ready to make homemade pasta sauce, and then you take the skin off and then put it through the food processor, so this way you get the taste of the fresh tomatoes. Oh my God, that's even better. But because I wasn't going to do that today, I decided to buy the San Marzano tomatoes, the plum tomatoes, whole plum tomatoes, and cook it down. Now what I have in here is leftover chorizo sausage. I'm going to throw that in here. I have chicken. I cut up chicken, a rotisserie chicken, and I had leftover shrimp. This is a great way to get rid of all your leftovers. And especially, now that fall's coming around, you kind of want something that's going to be more on the, like a comfort style, but yet it's healthy because, well, without the sausage it isn't, but it would be healthier without the sausage, but it would be a really good meal for everybody that's watching. But the chorizo sausage has like it has a spicy flavor to it, which is really good. Let me just add a little bit more pepper. And a little bit more salt. Okay. You're going to throw your tomatoes in. What do I tell you how easy this is? Because I'm almost done. I mean, you're going to have to let it cook on the stove for about an hour. Once you mix your tomatoes in there, everything will cook down. Your potatoes will get softer. Your zucchini will get softer. Your vegetables, well, they were already cooked. But let's just say that you didn't even have the vegetables, in your refrigerator, or you didn't even have the sausage. You can pre-cook all of this, or once you cook that, it's like a stew. It's like just starting from scratch. But if you have all this left over, it's even better, because at least then you have it for like another day. And like after this gets put in the refrigerator, somebody's contacted me. Hold on. Only because I don't know whether or not you can hear me. Oh, it's just my husband said he left. Okay. I just want to make sure. Can you guys hear me out there? you know, show some hearts or show a thumbs up or something showing me that yes, that you can hear me and that everything's going okay. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to add, you just want to make sure that when you add your tomatoes that it doesn't, I always have a tendency of making enough like it's not only my husband anymore, you know, it's just me and him. But I always make enough for everybody. I got to get out of that habit, and I just got to get in the habit for cooking for 2 people. Okay. So I have here 2 chunks of Reggiano cheese. Okay, 2 big chunks I just cut. I'm going to put that in there. It's part of the rind. Because the flavor, you can add your basil in here. We had a shed built in the back, and my basil plant that was in the ground is no longer. You just stick that in there. Then you're going to cook this on the stove until your potatoes are soft. It's going to take about 45 minutes. If you don't have enough gravy in there, and it seems to be drying up, always you could throw in a can of chicken broth just to give it some more flavor. And I already made some of this because this one's going to my son and this one was for my husband and I. So I went ahead and made it earlier. Okay, so and what I did ahead of time was I made a little bruschetta, I put a little bit of butter and garlic on it, or what do you call it, toasts with butter and garlic on it. And this is the way it turns out. It's very, very simple. It's not hard to do. It cooks fast, especially if you don't know what to do with your leftovers. So in the comments, I would like you to, of course, as usual, let me know where you're coming from. And right where if you're hitting the replay, put replay. If you're catching on this live, that's great. I'm so happy to see everybody. And what's this? Roxy, what am I cooking? It's called Giambotta. Well, people in South Philly call it Jambut. So I'm going to taste it. It's so easy. Here goes a piece of the chicken. Here goes a piece of the zucchini. Let's see if I can get a piece of the potato. You could sprinkle locatelli cheese on top of this, but because I had already put the Parmesan cheese in there to cook in there, the flavor's different. When you use the plum tomatoes, it's a little, the plum tomatoes are a little sweeter. So, and sometimes that's what I like instead of more of an acidy taste. Let me taste this. Are you hungry? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're watching me eat. Well, anyway, my name's Teresa Siderio. I am your Jersey Mama. I thank you for taking the quick 15 minutes, has it been, for me to show you how to make a Jambut. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments. Please feel free to share this video to somebody, and I'll answer your questions. And I thank everybody for coming. Have a good night, everyone.